Alright, Shalom. I of course want to start off by giving all praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, who the world ignorantly calls God Yahweh, and who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ Yahushai. I just want to do a little video real quick. This is going to be about, basically I'm going to entitle it, How to Have a Debate. Okay, now, I did a little video, I want to say maybe 6 months ago, 5 months ago. I believe it was entitled Debate and Perversion or something like that, or Persuasion. Which if you didn't see it, maybe I'll go over some of the stuff here. Basically, you know, and this comes from my experience. I've had over, I want to say, yeah, well over 50 debates over the past, 4.5 years that I've been on this platform. And in real life too, Um, well, I'll just give some of my tips, and tricks. Um, you always got to be a trickster, and you'll find that out. Um, the way you have a debate is first you have to figure out, is this a one-on-one discussion, or is there other people who are going to be watching this? Is there people around, or is this being recorded to later on be viewed by people? And once you figure this out, then you can, see the way that you want to handle the situation. I'm going to take it as either there's other people watching, or it's being recorded for people to watch later in time. Okay, both of them are kind of similar. Okay, so we'll just go with that for now. In this circumstance, what I want to do is I am not really focused on changing the belief of my opponent. What I'm trying to do is show the audience why my opponent's beliefs are completely false and why my beliefs are completely right. And how you do that? By giving evidence to support what you believe and refuting what they believe by putting them in trick bags. Say, for example, with my buddy here, Rock Upon Him, I asked him, there was a question that came up that um, I asked him, in the kingdom of heaven, will there be slavery? And he said, no, there won't be, Ak. There won't be. Okay, so what about, then you ask him, okay, well, how can you explain such and such? And I asked him, how can you explain Revelation 2 and 26? And he admitted, well, I don't know how to explain that. So what did that do? That showed the audience that my opponent is not, he don't know much. Okay, that shows, and this isn't, a bash against my brother Rock Upon Him. Hey, we love that brother, and I hope to see him on a chariot. I hope he receives salvation. But I'm just using that as an example. Okay, if anybody actually wants to watch the debate and you haven't saw it already, you can go to our page. Just go down through the videos. I believe it was 6 months ago, 5 months ago, I uploaded the video. There's two of them actually, where I debate this brother. You can watch it yourself if you haven't saw it, and you can see how I use these tactics. Okay, you ask, okay, what does this word mean? And then you see, sometimes they might know, sometimes they don't know. You want to make sure the words that they're using are correct. And then you hit them with those trick bags. Like, okay, why is this thing true? How is this thing true? Why do you believe in that? Okay, and again, depends on the form of the debate that it is. If it's just a debate that you're having, say it's not being recorded, it's just between you and that other individual. Okay, then you want to be more hands-on in trying to persuade the person. However, I myself usually almost 100% of the time will have the debate recorded so that other people can view the discussion. That's where the real magic happens, because again, the debate is not to change the person's belief. Because remember, when you enter a debate, both sides are coming in to show the other side why they're wrong. So almost 90, I want to say 98% of the time, both sides are going to leave believing exactly the same thing that they believe previous to the discussion. So what profit was it? Pretty much nothing. However, if you're recording the debate or there's bystanders watching, the debate between you and this individual, it's not necessarily about persuading them, but rather refuting their belief so the public can see and they can choose, well, yeah, this guy makes more sense than that guy. That's, the way that I choose to debate. And the perfect example was with my friend Rakapanim. As you can see, I'm using the force against him right here. Yash is putting some slugs. Yash is putting spiritual slugs into my brother Rakapanim. Right? K.O. Spiritual KO. Right? But yeah, I mean, Rakapanim, he was, he was good. I mean, he put up a little bit of a fight. Right? I'll admit, he hit me with a couple shells. I'll admit that. He hit me with quite a few shells. I'll give him that. All right? He put up a good fight. But at the end of the day, it was a spiritual KO. And ETT Yash, myself, got the win. Slakia. So yeah, pretty much, that's just the basics. When you're having a debate with somebody, you're not looking to persuade that person. It's more to persuade the audience who is watching. How you can show the audience, don't believe this guy, he's wrong. How is he wrong? Because as you see, you're asking him questions that he don't know the answers to, or you're showing him how his belief clearly is false and why your belief is correct. So then the audience can say, you know what, this makes sense. This guy's going off and this guy is making a lot of sense with what he's trying to say. Okay, and that's how I would say we should have debates. Okay, it's not about persuading the person, because 98% of the time you're never going to change something. Now maybe you might with some person. Fair enough. And we should always be convincing with what we're saying, both to the debater that you're up against and to the public watching, but more so the public, as in trying to, say it in a way that they might, listen closely to it so they can learn from the, falseness of your opponent, okay? Or the phony baloney, inside joke, of the opponent, okay? That is, this is the keys to have a successful debate. Okay, so you can take that however you will, but that's just my information and tips that I will give revolving around how to have debates. And the same thing goes with internet discussions. It's being recorded so that people can view it. And even when you're having debates in the comment sections, people view those comments. People like drama. Okay, so you even use the same tactics in comments. Okay, people view those comments and they form opinions by comments. That's why the comment board is there, so people can go back and forth with each other. Usually, not always, but majority of the time revolving around the topics of the video that they commented on. But yeah, that's just my tips. As I said, if you want to watch this video, you can find it on our page. It's ETT versus Rakapanim. You can put it in YouTube search bar. Just look up ETT versus Rakapanim debate. You should find it. 10 out of 10 debate. As I said, best of luck to my opponent, and you guys can decide who won. Feel free to comment down below, and I'm gonna say shalom.